Hi, welcome to Dr. Angela Wright-Lacey. There's a lot of questions out there, and one that I always seem to get is a question such as, where do we go from here? And when asked that question, a thought came to mind, which is seek wise counsel. I'm moving forward with discussions that will include this question and ways that we can seek wise counsel to answer the question. Moving forward, I will be discussing relationships, family matters. It's just many different topics that this show will cover. And I'm going to be asking questions from the audience, and you can send me a question via email, and I will respond to your question during my shows. So I'm not sure how your question will fall in line, but I will answer the questions. There's many areas in life where people are feeling disgruntled, or anger, or pain, or resentment, retaliation, and the list goes on and on and on. What I'm finding a lot of the problems that individuals have stems from unforgiveness. And while unforgiveness is really one of the core reasons why people do what they do as far as behaviors is concerned that are negative behaviors, a lot of times forgiveness is not being dealt with. So this show will also deal with forgiveness, understanding forgiveness, how to forgive. It's not easy. I had to walk my own journey through forgiveness. And there's times when I relived the pain and did some reflecting and digesting and taking accountability. And sometimes in situations it could be our fault. It may not be our fault. But either way, we have to still find a way to enter into forgiveness. And many times, especially like in relationships, one individual will ask, where do we go from here? And in that question, in that moment, individuals will walk out of the room and they will actually go sit, and I've done it before, sit and talk to friends. And there's times these friends are not walking in wisdom, and so they're not able to give you a sound answer that will direct or guide you into a right direction. So I hope that moving forward with my program, because this is all new to me, that individuals will really be able to glean from what's being presented, apply some things in their life, or they can actually go out and seek wise counsel, get advice from individuals that will point them in the right direction, helping them to really reach their goal and our objective in life. It's not easy when you're trying to figure out what to do, how to do, when to do. With so much going on in this world system, with confusion and destruction, lack of peace, some not believing that there is a God. Then we have others that believe that there is a God, which I am a believer that there is a God. I've always said that if you can't tell me where I came from and I can't be duplicated, and it goes on and on and on, but I am definitely convinced that there is a God. And so a lot of my talking will be faith-based principles. That has really helped me in my trajectory through life. And I know that individuals can give comments and say how they feel, but we really do have a right, we have a freedom to believe whatever, is true to us. So I'm not going to answer any comments about my belief. I don't want to get into the back and the forth. I'm not into talking religion. For me, religion is like politics. I believe in relationship with God, relationship with myself, relationship with others. And a lot of times individuals will have a relationship, or they think they have a relationship with God, self, and others, only to find out that they still need to enter into and or understand what relationship is, what it looks like, and what it's all about. And one thing I can say from my own belief and in readings the Word of God is that relationship definitely involves love. And when we talk about love, one principle or command that I know is in the Bible is that we are to love ourselves in order to love others. And I'm a real big quoter, so a lot of times you can Google whatever I quote out of the Bible, and you can find the scripture that'll back up what I'm saying. But when you don't know how to love yourself, it's not easy to love others. Actually, it really becomes frustrating. And so I come across a lot of individuals that do not know how to love themselves. But then they're trying to love others, only to find out that that love brings a lot of pain. And there is a saying that I've heard, hurting people hurt people. So with that said, we all need to really find out and understand how to love ourselves and what that looks like. Sometimes, do we actually know what it looks like? That's a whole nother level, whole nother discussion. Because what it looks like is not giving a person everything that they want. It's not doing what a person wants you to do. It's not selling yourself out just to satisfy another individual. it's really doing the opposite. Which is, I say tough love. Because when a person is not doing what they're supposed to do, the reward system is, I cannot reward you. I cannot reinforce your negativity. Even though sometimes we find ourselves doing it, but that still does not make it right. Because what I'm saying to that person is, it's okay for you to treat me this way, or it's okay for you to treat yourself this way. We've all come across individuals, but at the end of the day, we have got to know and learn that love starts with us first. I didn't know how I ended up going this route, but I'm going this route. I really was starting to open up and talk about something else, but actually I'm feeling a little comfortable with just talking to an audience that everybody is filled with opinions. Everybody thinks they're important. I won't say everybody because that'll cover the multitude, but it's quite a few individuals that either they've gotten to a economic level within the economy that has caused them to feel like they have arrived, or they're walking in pride or arrogance, or they've forgotten where they've come from, as we hear others say. Let's see, God does not even exist. We have the higher power or the universe. All of these things. And I've just learned that when I look at my Bible and I look at the different things that goes on in the world, or even like methods being used in different professions, a lot stems from biblical principles. So anyways, this is basically my introduction moment where I'll just talk, and I just like to really get my audience comfortable with me and letting you all know that I understand myself, and I understand people, and we're all striving to reach a goal, or not, objective. We're all striving to be better, that better person. What does better look like? That's another thing. We can have individuals, you look like you're doing well, but on the inside, you're really torn. Your core is really, you're in a negative space. And so I'm reaching out to a lot of the hurting individuals that are looking for answers, that would like to just talk, have questions, get answers. Wise answers. And sometimes in the answers, individuals do not want to hear because their emotions are so tied up, so involved. Not only do they not want to hear, but they cannot hear because the emotions are screaming so loud and the pain is so piercing that it's I it's as if their breath is taken away. They're just captivated in a bubble. And so, with that said, individuals have to be ready to hear. They have to be ready to listen. They have to be willing to do whatever it is necessary to get to the next level. They have to do whatever is necessary to get out of that painful moment. They have to be willing and open, not ready to fight. You can fight with words, not ready to be, really opinionated, because, this whatever has been a person has been doing, it has not been working. So if you're taking the time to listen to what I have to say, then that lets me know you're looking for some answers. So just take the time to listen and really mull over what is being said. And then sit and take an inventory of your own life, on your path. Are you loving yourself? Do you know what love really look like? Do you know how to love your neighbor as yourself? That's also a biblical principle. Because you can't love me if you don't know how to love yourself. Do you have questions? Where do you take those questions? Are you taking those questions? Basically, I'm asking, are you seeking wise counsel in your questioning? Whether it's sitting with a friend, sitting with your pastor, just wise counsel. Anybody can give you advice. That's what it is. But is it wrapped in wisdom, knowledge, understanding? Because everyone does not have those three components. So this is my introductory. I'm new to this. I'm getting myself involved. I'm quite sure I'll still have someone leave me comments, negative, because we do live in a world of freedom of speech, and there's a lot of negativity out there. And I know I'm not going to say everything that you want me to say, but I know one thing: my heart is pure, and I am concerned about the people. And we're getting really caught up in a lot of there's just a lot going on in the world, and sometimes we get really, really caught up. And I can say that a lot of our getting caught up at times is not even our battles. And that's another thing that I'm learning as I talk with individuals, including myself. We roll up our sleeves and we go in and we battle, and there's times we weren't even supposed to be there, because it's not our battle, it's not our fight. And so we have to really learn how to sometimes say no. And that all comes with loving ourselves to be able to say, no, I don't want to do that. No, I'm not going to do that today. And it's not easy. It's not easy. I remember the first time, or maybe the first time, it's been some while, years ago, of me saying no. I had butterflies in my stomach, and I was very unnerved. But as I continued practicing, exercising the muscle, to say no. Loving myself. It actually got easier. It got much easier. So in that, I'm going to close. I've had to walk my journey of where do we go from here? That question. Or where do I go from here? That question. I had to seek wise counsel. I had to learn how to love myself. And I had to exercise when I heard the different techniques, methods of what to do and how to do. I had to integrate them in my life and exercise the muscles to continue to grow. So I hope that I struck someone's interest, and that I don't know, eventually I'll get several hits, or I would say subscribers. I'm just really kind of feeling my way, but I just wanted to get out here and let my voice be heard. Remember, this is Dr. Angela Wright-Lacey asking the question, where do we go from here? My answer to you, seek wise counsel. No matter the question, no matter the situation, get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.